you're any less for using them. I love to use props, and they're there to help you get stronger. So we're going to start on our knees. So I've been starting like this a lot lately, but I really love this position to start the class. So if this is already a struggle for you, just place the pillow underneath and in between the hips. So it just lifts you up a bit higher and releases a bit of pressure for the legs. So come into your seated position, resting the hips on the heels, palms on the thighs. Straighten the back and close the eyes. So we'll take a few moments here in this posture before we start moving to become a bit more grounded and to connect with the space and the breath. So start to observe your breath. Just noticing the breath as it goes in and out through the nose. Try and sit nice and tall so you're not arching into the low back. Gently draw the tailbone down, pull the low belly in to find a straight back. And then when you breathe in, fill the belly up. And when you breathe out, gently draw the belly in. And this will help you really fill the lungs up. And it will also help you to empty them out completely. So keep observing the breath. And start to observe any feelings that you've got right now in the body. And also what's going on in your mind. Being the observer of these happenings, these sensations. And just notice where they are. Where are your feelings gathering up? Do you feel it in the belly? Maybe it's high in the chest. Whatever it is, see if you can breathe into those feelings, gathering them all up as you inhale. And then releasing any negative feelings out through the mouth. Trying to come into that calm and balanced, focused mind. Keep coming back to the breath. And try to relax the muscles around the face. As you inhale, create space in the body. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders. Let go of any gripping, any tension. Take one last deep breath here. Exhale, let the body settle. Ready for the practice. And now slowly blink open the eyes, and we'll start with a breathing exercise. So staying here, if you're comfortable, if you're not, you can come down and cross the legs. We're going to inhale for 4 counts and hold the breath, and then exhale for 4 counts. And then we'll do the second one for 5 and the third one for 6. So with your eyes either open or closed, it's up to you. We're going to start to inhale and lift the arms up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hook the thumbs at the top and hold the breath. Really open the chest and pull the thumbs up towards the sky. Keep holding the breath. And then exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the hands on the thighs. Hold the breath out. We'll start again 5 counts this time. Inhaling up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hook the thumbs, but the opposite thumbs this time. Keep them pulling apart from each other. The chest is open, the breath is holding. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the hands on the legs. Hold the breath out. One more count this time. Inhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hook the thumbs. Pull the thumbs apart. Hold the breath. Take one more sip of air. Hold it. Open the mouth. Let everything come out. Releasing everything out. Any tension, any excess stress that you're holding on to. Let everything go and relax. Let the breath come back to its normal rhythm. And feel the effects of a quick breathing exercise. Creating a little bit more calm bringing more oxygen into the body. And then we're going to, just turning around, so stay where you are. We're going to stretch into the feet. So we're doing some balancing poses today. So tuck the feet, tuck the toes, sorry. And then see if you can bring the hips back onto the heels. So we really want to prepare the feet for our balancing postures so we don't have too many aches and pains when we're balancing on one leg. So if you can, just stay here for a while. Taking deep breaths in. Exhaling out. Feel a stretch through the feet, the tops of the feet, the toes. Try to bring the ankles closer together if you can. Just staying here for 2 more breaths, gently stretching into the toes. 1 more breath in here. And exhale, release the feet. Come on to the top of the feet now. And then we're going to walk the hands back so that the hands can support you. And just start to lift the knees up. So now you're stretching into the front of the feet, which is not somewhere that we stretch very often. So hold the breath here for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths here. Just gently encouraging the front of the feet to open up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back onto the knees. Bring the hands down. And just walk the knees back so they're underneath the hips. Coming onto all fours now, stacking the joints. Shoulders above wrists. Hips above knees. Untuck the toes. I'm going to do a couple of cat-cows. So as you inhale, tuck the tailbone up, open the chest and look up. And then as you exhale, round the back, pull the belly in and look down. We'll do 2 more times, inhaling up. Exhale to round, draw the belly in, chin to the chest. 1 more time, inhaling, tailbone comes up, arching the back, looking up, and exhale, round. Come back to center, and I'll turn the hands on top of each other, so the fingers face towards each other. You spread the fingers nice and wide. We're warming into the wrists now. So I want you to make a fist with the hands. If you need to bend the elbows, that's fine. Just be wherever you are with the arms as straight as possible. And then just lower down and come back up. See if you can straighten the arms. If you can't, don't worry too much. Try and keep the fist nice and tight. So just come up to a point where you can still hold the hands tight. Bending forward and coming up. Just gently holding or stretching into the backs of the wrists. We're going to hold that stretch now. Just hold it for 3 breaths. Just gently opening up. Try to bring your focus inwards as you gently encourage the body to become more flexible and stronger. 1 more breath in and out. Release the fist and bring the hands down. We're going to turn the fingers to face out to the sides and just rock from side to side. You should start to feel that now on the top of the wrists from that stretch we just did. And if you can, turn the fingers back to face towards the knees. If you can't come all the way, then just do what you can. And then we're going to gently pulse forward and back. Again, be careful because this is quite a deep, intense stretch. So a few pulses, and then again we'll hold. We want to hold these poses gently so that we can just gently encourage the muscles to lengthen as well as strengthen. Take 2 more breaths in and out. And then just release the feet. Walk the knees slightly further forward. Lift the palms up and stretch into the fingers. Just be gentle. A really good way to loosen up the wrists. Release the palms back down and just release the hands, shake them out. Loosen up the stretches. You can take some rolls on each side if that feels good. Opening and closing the hands as well. That's another way to loosen them up. And then come back down onto your hands and knees. I want to stretch out through the right foot. Again, stretching into the toes. Pull through that right heel. And then keep strong through the right hand. Raise the left arm up. Really pull through the left fingertips and back through the right heel. Pull the low belly in and breathe strong in the right hand. And then see if you can lift the right leg up. Only just a few inches off the floor, not too high. Hold your balance here. Breathe. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Keep reaching the hand and the heel away from each other. Exhale. Bring them down. Opposite side. Push out through the left toes. Really stretch into the hamstring and the left foot. Keep strong through the hands. Raise the right arm up. Reach through the right fingertips. Pull back through the left heel. And lift the foot off the mat just a few inches. Pull the low belly in. And keep reaching and breathing. Take 2 more breaths here. Find your balance. Find your focus. 1 more breath. Reach. Exhale, release. Good. Keep breathing nice, long and deep breaths. And step the hands just one hand further away from you. Spread the fingers wide. Tucking the toes. We're just going to we're going to shift forward and back. And then we're going to lift the knees to hover. So we're not coming into downward dog yet. So strong in the arms. Spread the weight into the whole surface of the hand. And hover the knees up just a few inches. Then exhale. Bring the hips further back. Walk the feet closer if you need. Breathe into your down dog. Exhale, send the hips up high. So you can pedal the legs out here if you really need to stretch into the legs. Make sure the hands are strong. So just take the gaze towards the hands, spread the fingers. Really push through that first finger and thumb and grip down through the fingertips. Rest the head between the arms so it's not tense, it's nice and relaxed. And roll the triceps down away from the ears. Push the hips up higher. And then walk all the way to the top of the mat. Coming into a forward fold, grab the elbows and let the head be heavy. Make sure that you're not rounded here like this. Bend the knees if you need to and bring the belly to the thighs. Take a few sways from side to side. That feels good. And really ground down through the whole surface of the foot. Let the head be loose as well. Shake the head out. Let the head get heavier, the hips get higher. As you pull the belly in, see if you can fold deeper. Release the hands under the shoulders and inhale for halfway lift. You can be on the floor with the hands or on the shins. Just find length in the spine as you look forward. And exhale to fold over the legs. And then fly the arms all the way up, bringing the palms together and gazing up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to run through a couple of sun salutations just to get nice and loose and warm. So either have the feet together or hips distance, whatever you feel more strong and stable in. We're going to breathe in, raise the arms up, bring the palms together, gaze up. Exhale, fly forward, bending the knees if you need to. Inhale, find length, halfway lift. And then exhale, place the palms down strong, step back into plank. Bring the feet together, reach back through the heels, strengthen the thighs, and keep the chest pushing away from the floor. Start to shift forward and back. If you want to, you can bring the knees down. Otherwise, try and stay strong in the plank with me here. Breathe and stay on the tiptoes. And as you exhale, bend the elbows lower down slowly to the floor, coming into that cobra pose. So we're going to push and point down through the feet. And we're also going to gently squeeze the bum down to the heels. So we want to find length in the low back before we come up. Pull the elbows in and shoulders down the back. First of all, before we come into cobra, I want you to use your core muscles, your back muscles, and the chest muscles to lift up as much as you can. And then push into the palms, baby cobra. Maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, push back up to plank. You can use the knees if you want to. Exhale, downward dog. So I'm adding a little push-up for you guys. Sorry about that. Breathe in. Exhale, send the hips up even higher. Don't let the chest come down to the floor here. And keep nice and strong through the back. So breathe in and breathe out. We're going to come all the way to the top of the mat. If you want to take a little hop, you can. Even if you only come halfway, you can just step forward. Breathe in, find length through the spine. And exhale to fold. Fly all the way up, bring the palms together. And exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Breathe in. And then exhale, fly forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, palms down, step the feet back. Plank pose. Shifting forward to the toes on your inhale. And bending the elbows lower down on your exhale. Roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, cobra pose. Keep the elbows bent and tucking. Exhale, look down. Inhale, plank. See if you can be strong and come all the way up. Exhale, down dog. Don't worry if you can't. Please use the knees. And just start to work on that arm strength. Breathe in. Exhale, hips up. Really good. Now we're going to bring the feet together and then lift the right leg up. Just a little bit, not too much. Keep the hips square and the right thigh rolling down. And then you're going to step forward, just about 3 feet distance with the right foot. And then open the feet so they're about hips distance. Start to straighten the right leg. We're coming into a pyramid pose now. This is already a challenge. You can step the back foot closer. And you can also use support here. So use blocks or whatever you have at home. Hold on to those. Find length through the spine and try to straighten the right leg. You want to also try and bring the left heel down to the floor, but if that's bent, or if the heel isn't flexible enough, then don't worry, just start to slowly straighten. If you're able to start to fold forward, bringing the head towards the leg. Pull the belly in as you exhale so you can fold deeper. Pull the right hip crease back towards the midline so your hips are squaring towards the back of the mat. One more breath in here, lengthen. Exhale, forward over that leg. Just step forward into a fold, and then inhale the arms all the way up. So we're preparing the leg for our balancing poses. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank pose. If you can, stay here, be strong, keep those hips up. If you want to, come straight back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Coming down to the belly, rolling into cobra. Exhale down, inhale plank. You can add in that little push-up if you want to help strengthen the arms. Breathe into the downward dog. And then step the left foot forward. Again, just about 3 feet distance, keeping the hips distance between the heel and the back foot. Pull that left hip crease back, lengthen the spine, look forward. And exhale to forward over that front leg. If you're over flexible in that front leg, you don't want to be pushing the knee back too hard. So take a micro bend here and try to engage the muscles around the knee. Take a breath in and find more length in the spine. And if you can, start to fold forward. If you're nowhere near folding forward, then just focus on the leg and gently stretching into the muscle. And we're gently encouraging the body to get more flexible. If you start to push too hard, then it basically won't let you. So breathe in and breathe out one last time. Stepping forward, the right foot next to the left and folding over the legs. Fly all the way up to the top, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Now we're going to lift the right leg up. So bending the right knee and point the right toes. Bring the hands together in prayer if you can. You can hold onto the knee if you want to. So now we're starting to find a balance here. So really root down through that left foot, engaging the left thigh. And start to roll the right ankle around and around. Move in both directions, finding your balance, your focus. Draw the low belly in. Exhale. See if you can straighten that front leg. Using the quad muscles now, lifting that leg up as high as you can. Breathe. And exhale, release. Shake the legs out, opposite side. Lift the left knee up. Pull the knee up towards your chest. Pull the lower belly in. See if you can come into prayer hands and balance on the right foot. Keep drawing that heel down into the ground. Keep really grounded through the right side and rotate the ankle. Really good. Go in the opposite direction now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Use your breaths to help you focus. Now you're going to straighten that front leg just as much as you can. Don't worry if you can't bring it that high. To be honest, this is the highest I've managed to get my leg after 3 years. And still, it's not that high. So breathe in. Breathe out. Release the leg down. Raise the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, find neck, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank or jump if you have a jump in your practice. Option here, down dog or vinyasa. If you're taking a vinyasa, just come onto the tiptoes. Bend the elbows lower down, slowly to the belly. Inhale, come into that halfway baby cobra. Exhale to look down. Inhale for plank if you want to add a push-up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here as you strengthen the posture. And exhale, send the hips up higher. If you still need to pedal through the legs, feel free.
If you're struggling to get the heels down to the floor, then bend the knees, draw the belly to the thighs, so your back is still nice and straight and long. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring the legs together, raise the right leg up, and then we're going to step forward with the right foot to the top of the mat. So we're coming into a pyramid pose again this time. So again, if you need to widen the feet, you can. Straighten the front leg, inhale, halfway lift. Keep drawing the left heel down to the floor and the right hip crease back. Now we're going to walk the hands slightly further forward. Here, if you need to use your blocks or a chair, you can. Just hold onto the chair. We're going to start to lift the left leg up. So bend the right knee, really ground through the right foot and lift the left leg. So you can point or flex the foot, whatever you want. Try to lengthen the right side of the waist, pulling the right hip back. Roll the left thigh down towards the floor. And then lift the left heel up. So just focus here, find your balance. Pull the lower belly in. Try and lengthen the spine, look down. Maybe start to fold forward, taking a half split, standing half split. You want to try and lift the back leg a bit higher, but keep rotating the left thigh down towards the floor. Keep that length in the right side waist. Focus and breathe. Maybe lift the left leg even higher. And then slowly bend into the right leg. We're going to lift the left knee up to the front. See if you can come all the way up, holding that balance now. Lift the left knee in. You won't be here for too long. Find balance. I imagine this is easy to the top of a boat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Well done, guys. Release the left leg. Good. Coming to the opposite side. Raise the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Find length, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back into your plank or taking a jump. Shift forward, take a vinyasa. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, look down. Inhale, take that mini yoga push up and downward facing dog. You don't have to add that in, guys. I just decided to late. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring the feet together, raise the left leg. Set the left foot forward, about 3 feet from the right. Turning the back heel in slightly, but keep the left hip square. So both hips face back towards the back of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out, forward over the leg. Now we're going to walk the hands forward and lift the back leg up. Balancing on the opposite side now. So you want to keep that length through the left side waist. Pull the left hip back. Roll the right thigh down towards the floor and flex the right foot. If you want, you can walk the hands further forward. Breathe in. Lengthen the spine, pull the lower belly in, and breathe out, maybe fold over that front leg. So please use support here if you need it. You can grab a chair, whatever it is you have. If your leg's not very high, then don't worry, just focus on starting to strengthen the quads. It will really help you here. We're strengthening so many different elements. Even we're strengthening our mind, our ability to focus, to balance, to be calm, and concentrate. Maybe get a bit deeper, pulling the belly in and folding over that leg. Exhale, step forward. Oh, no, sorry, I forgot. Lift the right leg up. Hold the right leg in. Find your balance. Breathe. Root down through the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Release both feet. Shake the feet out. So we've done lots of work on the legs now, so you're probably fired up in the quads. You can roll the ankles if you have any pain in the feet, because balancing can actually cause quite a bit of pain in the ankles, so don't worry if that's happened. We're not balancing on the legs very often, so we're going to take a breath in, inhale up, exhale to fold forward. Coming down to cool down now, inhale, lengthen the spine, if you can start to straighten the legs. Exhale, stepping back into plank. Take a vinyasa or come straight back to downward facing dog. It's up to you. If you want to come into an up dog, when you lower down, push and point through the feet, squeeze the bum, Lift the whole body off the floor, straighten the arms, and pulling the shoulder blades down the back as you gaze up. As you exhale, lift from the core, flip the feet, and come back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, send the hips up high. Lower the knees down, out wide, bring the toes together, sit the hips back into the heels, and sink into a child's pose. Breathing deep. And emptying the lungs completely. Notice that heat that we've been building. Observe the mind, just notice how it's working, how it's feeling now. And we're going to come back up. Just cross the legs behind you and then straighten them in front of you. So we're coming into a forward fold, flexing the feet, bring the hands by the hips, start to lengthen the back, and then raise the arms up. Then you'll exhale to fold forward. If you can grab the feet, that's great. If you can't, don't worry. You can use a scarf. You can wrap the scarf around the bottom of the feet, maybe even bending the knees if you need to. So breathe in, find length. And once you have as much length in the low back as possible, then start to round forward. So we're going to be here for a few breaths. If you want, you can use a block or a cushion and use it to rest the head, whatever you need. Allow the body to just really sink into this posture and relax. If you want to go deeper and deeper, you can. And every time you breathe in, you just need to lengthen the spine and try to find more length in the lower back. As you exhale, you'll pull the belly in and try to fold deeper, bringing the belly to the thighs and then the head towards the toes. So you can have a passive or an active stretch here. Just keep breathing nice and deeply. We really work the legs in our balancing poses. So we've been really strengthening the hamstrings. Now we want to loosen them up. And by staying in the poses for a little bit of time, we'll gently encourage the body to open up. So if you're a little bit worried about coming to a yoga class, if you're unsure and you don't really know too much about yoga, then you can always start with yin classes, which is a style of yoga where you just spend a long time in a pose, sometimes up to 10 minutes in some classes. But 2 to 5 minutes in a pose is a really great way to just gently stretch into the muscles and the connective tissues. It will help you to understand the poses a bit better because you have a longer period of time. So they're a great way to start your yoga practice. Keep breathing deep. And let the pose do its work. And this pose is a great way to stretch the entire length of the back body. So from the heels all the way up to the top of the neck. The full body stretch. I'm going to start to ease out of the pose now. So just gently coming all the way up. Shake the legs out if you need to, roll the ankles. We're going to bend the right foot, the right leg, and bring the right foot over the left knee. Take the right hands behind the back, raise the left arm up, and then you'll try to twist, but just twist from the upper back, bring the elbow behind the right thigh, and then turn to look over the right shoulder. It should feel a nice stretch on the right hip. If you can't tuck the elbow, just hug the right knee. Taking the gaze over the shoulder if you can. If you're struggling to even bring the foot to the floor, you can use a block or something to prop the foot on. Again, if you're struggling to bend the legs, at any point you can place, sorry I didn't mention this before, you can place a rolled up towel underneath the back of the knees so that you have something to push on so you don't have too much pressure there if you're struggling with tight hamstrings.
So use the props, just use everything that you can to support you. I know it's confusing when you don't know how to use them, but hopefully I'll be able to guide you. So breathe in, breathe out. Just see if you can stretch a bit deeper into that twist. Come back to center and gently change sides. So straightening the right leg out, bring the left foot over the right knee. Find length in the spine, raise the right arm up. Exhale, bringing that elbow to the outside of the left knee. The left fingertips are on the floor behind you. Take your gaze over the left shoulder if you can. Keep pulling out through that right heel as you gently twist. You're just stretching the outer hips here and the glutes, which played a big part in our balancing poses. So breathe in, find more length in the spine. Breathe out, maybe twisting a bit deeper. One more breath here. And exhale. Come back through center. Straighten the legs out again, shake the legs out. And then we're going to bring the feet together and hold the feet with the hands. You don't want to pull the feet too close to the groin. We're just going to gently be in a butterfly pose. So you can sit up onto a towel or a cushion under the hips if you're struggling to fold forward. That will help you to fold deeper. So just hold the feet, try to lengthen the spine, especially in the low back, and then start to round forward. You can pull the knees towards the floor, opening up the hips, maybe even push the elbows into the knees. Try to pull the belly down towards the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to stay here for about 10 breaths. So if you need to, you can find a cushion, maybe just rest your head. Let the body sink into the pose. So you're gently rounding through the spine, which is absolutely fine. And just relax. Again, don't try to do the pose, let the pose do the work for you. And if you've been in my new Sunday class, my slow stretchy class, then you will have heard me say it before, but when we're in these poses and we're holding them for a longer period of time, you don't have to go as deep. You can just hold to a point where you feel comfortable. You're not feeling pain. Try to find the difference between sweet pain and pain. But holding these postures for a long period of time is going to start stretching into your connective tissues, which helps to lengthen and strengthen. So this is a really good practice to help you just to get more healthier in your joints. This is the yoga practice you want to do for your joints. So breathe in. Breathe out. And we're going to slowly come out of the posture. So again, by being in the posture for longer, you need to be more careful when you come out of them. We're going to leave the legs as they are. And then you're going to bring your bolster cushion behind the low back. And then start to lie back on the bolster. If the pillow isn't long enough, then put something at the top to rest the head on as well. So this is one option. Leave the knees open so you can gently open up the hips. You can also place a cushion underneath the knees if you want extra support, or if you want to, just bring the knees in and the feet out wide. If you want to go a bit deeper into the back, you can turn the bolster widthways, remove the head pillow, and then just roll all the way down so that your upper back and your head comes to the floor, and then grab the elbows, let the whole body open up, the front side this time. Opening up the heart, the chest, stretching the belly,
whilst gently opening up the hips. So take some deep breaths and relax into whichever variation that you've chosen. Again, observing the mind, observing any feelings and sensations in the body. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to move out of the pose, or maybe to change position, add cushions, add pillows, whatever you need to do. Because these postures are also a mental challenge. You need to try and figure out whether you're going too deep, you're trying to overdo it, you're trying to bear the pain. Can you ease off? Can you find a more steady and comfortable position? Just a few more moments here. And in ancient Indian philosophy, the word asana means posture. And they describe a posture or an asana as a steady and comfortable position. So the goal is to hold each posture with comfort and ease. So can we do the postures with a little bit less effort? With stability, with comfort. And eventually you will be able to do them. Not all of them, not everybody the same, but with practice and time, each posture becomes much more natural, much more easy. Take one last breath in. And exhale out. Just gently bringing the knees together. And walking the feet out wide. So let the knees knock in towards each other. Just lift the hips up and release the cushion. Let the knees come in, so you're gently counteracting that back bend. And then pull the knees to the chest. Hugging the knees, maybe even lifting the forehead up towards the knees to take a complete and utter counter pose. And exhale, straighten the left leg out, keep the right knee pulling in. Maybe even rotate the ankle if that feels good. Bring the right arm out straight to the side. And then use the left hand to gently draw the knee across to the floor on the left side. Take the gaze to the right hand and try to keep both shoulders on the floor as you twist. Taking a breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Let the knee draw all the way down towards the floor, stacking the hips on top of each other. If you need to, you can also shift the left hip further back and get a bit deeper into that twist. Try to relax. Drawing that right hip away from the right shoulder, but pressing the right shoulder into the floor. And then slowly roll onto the back. Adjust the hips. If you move them out of the center, pulling the right leg in, and just bend the left knee, flex the right foot, bring it on top of the left thigh. You're going to pull the knee towards the body. If you can, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. If you can't, don't worry. You can always just grab to the edge of the foot and the knee and pull the foot towards you. Push that knee away from you. If you're extra flexible, maybe you'll grab the shin. And just find a position that feels good for you. Stretching into that right hip. If you want, you can move from side to side, gently massage into the back. Keeping the feet flexed to protect the knees as well. And then release the leg down, straighten the right leg out, pull the left knee in. Pull the knee up towards the left shoulder, really hug the knee in, stretch out through the right heel, keep the right thigh down towards the floor. And then stretch your left arm out wide, bring the knee across to the floor on the right side. Gaze to the left hand and try to keep the left shoulder on the floor. Keep reaching through the right heel as you gently twist. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the body sink into the posture and let the posture do the work. Hopefully you found a little bit of calm throughout the practice. Maybe you feel a bit more balanced. Slowly roll onto the back. Bending the right foot, flexing the left foot on top of the right thigh, pulling the leg in. Interlace the fingers. Find your stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe massaging the back if it feels good. Feeling that left outer hip and thigh release. After all that strengthening in our balancing poses. Take one last breath in here. Exhale, release the feet down to the floor. Let's just pull the knees in, take a happy baby for a second. Opening the hips up wide and rocking from side to side. Draw the lower back to the floor. And then release the feet, straighten the legs out with long. Coming into the last posture of the class now. So make sure you're not arching in the low back. Draw the bum down towards the heels and stretch through the heels. Open the palms up towards the sky and let the feet fall away from one another. Make sure that your shoulders, your neck, your head are all relaxed. Take a deep breath through the nose. And exhale. Let the whole body sink into the ground. For our final posture of the class, this is called corpse pose or Shavasana. So it's the one pose of the class where we can just lie in stillness and let all the benefits of the class sink in. Notice how the body feels now. Observe the breath, observe the mind. And relax the muscles around the face. Untense your eyebrows and unclench your jaw. And let the back of the throat be soft. And then the tongue melts into the back of the throat. Let the shoulders be relaxed. And relax your chest and your belly. Notice that the ground underneath you is supporting the entire body. And relax the arms, the elbows, all the way through to the hands and the fingers. Relaxing your hips and your thighs. And let the back of the legs draw down towards the floor. And relax the whole length of the leg, all the way down to the heels, the tops of the feet, bottom of the feet, and the toes. Let the whole body be relaxed. If your mind is wandering, come back to your breath. And take a few moments of silence and give yourself permission to relax. Now feel free to stay here as long as you like. Otherwise, just start to bring your awareness back. Start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then take your hands up over your head, interlace the fingers and take a full body stretch. Stretching out through the toes and pulling the hands up away from you. And then bring the knees into the chest. And draw the knees in, maybe rocking from side to side. And then gently walk up or come onto one side, whichever you find more easier or comfortable. Finding your way back into a comfortable seat. Crossing the legs, keep the eyes closed. Just bring the hands together in front of the chest. Take a breath in. And exhale, bow the head down to the fingertips. And give thanks to yourself for showing up this evening and putting yourself through this practice. And just know that you've made your body stronger and more flexible. Thank you for practicing with me tonight. I hope you have a lovely evening and a great night's sleep. Namaste.